Hello everyone and welcome back to Bring Your Own Popcorn. In this video I'm going to be ranking every Harry Potter film from worst to best. Now I wouldn't call myself a massive Harry Potter fan. I really do enjoy the films. I'm not as big a Harry Potter fan as I am Star Wars. But I do really enjoy the Harry Potter franchise. Okay, so let's start this off with my least favourite Harry Potter film. And my least favourite Harry Potter film is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 1. So, the Deathly Hallows Part 1 I simply think is the most boring Harry Potter film. Not a lot happens, it's just a lot of setup for Part 2. The action when it does appear is pretty fun. When they go back to Harry's childhood house, that's all pretty fun. But other than that, the movie is just very boring. The characters are also not too likeable in this one. Ron has a whole half an hour in the film where he's like the most unlikable character ever. And they all just fall out and you just really hate how they've all fallen out with each other because they should be looking for these Horcruxes, which is the point of the film, and yet they're bitching to one another. It's just the Harry Potter film that annoys me the most, and I also think it's the most boring one. Coming in next is actually a controversial opinion of mine. Next up is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. Yes, a lot of people's favourite Harry Potter film is one of my least favourites, and it is a big step up from Deathly Hallows Part 1. Deathly Hallows Part 1 is the only Harry Potter film I don't like. Prisoner of Azkaban is a lot of fun. It's the stories there, it's really good. The whole way Sirius Black is built up and then he's actually a good guy is brilliant. Lupin is one of my favourite Harry Potter characters. However, the film starts to go downhill for me when it does the whole time travel sequence. I really don't like the way that was handled. I don't like the way it was just shoved on at the end like an extra hurrah, if that makes sense. It's so, I feel, unnecessary and it could have been executed better. I'm also not as big a fan of the direction of this one. Alfonso Cuarón, I'm pretty sure directs this film. And yeah, I'm not a big fan of his direction. It's such a stark contrast to the first two films by Chris Columbus. I felt it went too dark too quickly. But other than that, the acting's really good. I think Daniel Radcliffe gives one of his best performances of Harry Potter in this film. Not his best, but one of his best. Emma Watson, Rupert Grint are all great. Snape, Alan Rickman is great. And I can't remember the guy who plays, David Thewlis. David Thewlis is brilliant as Lupin. Genuinely an amazing actor. But yeah, if that time travel scene was better and well executed, and I know a lot of people are going to disagree with me, that I don't think it's well executed, but I just think it was very unnecessary and they could have handled the ending, the third act of that film a lot better. Coming in next is Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix. This used to be my least favourite Harry Potter film, and then I changed my mind. I rewatched it and I actually really enjoyed it. The reason I didn't enjoy it, and I still stand by this, is it feels like the most unnecessary Harry Potter film ever. Like, they could have went from this to the Half-Blood Prince and not much would have changed in story-wise. The whole film is just people not believing that Voldemort came back and Harry trying to convince them, and the people that do believe that Voldemort's come back, he starts training an army to fight Voldemort when he does return. It's very unnecessary, a lot of it, but it is a lot of fun. I think all the training sequences in the Room of Requirement is great, and I think the whole third act of this film is brilliant when they go to the Ministry of Magic. And of course, Sirius Black's death scene is very emotional. and probably one of the most well-handled deaths in the full franchise, I think. It is genuinely really sad, and you see Harry's anger when that happens. And Daniel Radcliffe gives a great performance in this again. So yeah, Order of the Phoenix is now a well-liked film by me. Coming in next is Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. I actually really enjoy the Half-Blood Prince. I know a lot of people don't enjoy it that much. I really enjoy it. I think the whole chemistry between Dumbledore and Harry Potter's character is the best it's ever going to be in this film. It is brilliant in this film. I can't remember the actor who played... Oh, Michael Gambon gives his best performance as Dumbledore in this movie, I believe. And Daniel Radcliffe gives a decent performance as Harry Potter. He's better in other things in other Harry Potter films, but he still gives a good performance. I know he really doesn't like his performance in this movie, but I still think he gives a good performance. There is a lot of cringiness, especially with the Ron's relationship and the whole Hermione thing. I think that could have been handled a little better. And Dumbledore's death, yes, it's good, but again, felt very rushed. It felt out of nowhere, if that makes sense. They didn't feel like they built it up at all. But other than that, I think this film is very, very solid, and I don't really get all the hate for it. Coming in next is the one that started it all, Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. Wow, this film defined my childhood. This film was such a big part of my younger years. First of all, Chris Columbus' direction is beautiful, genuinely phenomenal. I think it might be the best directed Harry Potter film, in my opinion. I know a lot of people would disagree. The story's definitely there. It does feel a little childish at times, but again, it was for children. It was originally for children. So I can't blame Chris Columbus for going down that route. Every actor in this film gives a stellar performance. Even the kid actors are spot on. Daniel Radcliffe, Rupert Grint and Emma Watson are all great here. And all the supporting cast are just great. And the big twist at the end is phenomenal. One scene that I do have a problem with is the chess scene. I don't get it. Like, if he falls like 10 feet from a horse, like, he's not going to die. And they act like he's dead on the ground. That would never happen. Very stupid, but charming in a sense. So this is a really fun family film. I do like it when Harry Potter goes a bit darker. But yeah, this is a great film. Coming in next is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. This is the film that I think handled the light with the dark the best. This film is really, really good at doing that. So, a couple of things to note. It is the most action-filled Harry Potter film, I think. Apart from the last one, this probably is the most action-filled one with all the games, which is, it's brilliant. They're all very thrilling and very enjoyable to watch. The performances are great again. I love a lot of the relationship stuff in this film. I actually really like that. It reflects being a teenager very well. And yeah, it's a very fun film, and of course the ending, when Voldemort returns, it is such a shell shock of a moment. And David Tennant's performance in this film I think is brilliant, and the guy who plays Mad-Eye Moody, I can't remember him, but I think Mad-Eye Moody is my favourite character in all of Harry Potter. So yeah, this is a brilliant film. Coming in at runner-up for my favourite Harry Potter film is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. Yes, the lowest reviewed or rated Harry Potter film is my second favourite. I love this movie. A few things to note. The performances are spot on. The kids are a lot better in this. And Chris Columbus pushes his direction a tad darker, which I like. It's still happy and joyful and bright colours and all that for like the first one, but it goes darker than the first one, and I really like that. The person who plays, can't remember his name, Gilderoy Lockhart, that's his name. The person who plays him, he's a famous director, I know, he directed Thor, forgot his name, but he gives a great performance in this film. The practical effects are amazing in this film, especially with Aragog, and I just love the whole mystery around this film. At one point you think Hagrid did it, at one point you think somebody else did it, and it's such a jumping back and forth to who done it, and I love those types of films. And the ending is brilliant as well, and it also has some of the funniest moments in the film, especially with Gilderoy Lockhart. I find that very funny. So yeah, I think this film is very good, but not my favourite. Because my favourite Harry Potter film is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Yes, all the payoff that Part 1 was building up on, it's just brilliant. It's basically one massive battle for the full film, and it's just brilliant. All the performances in this film are great, all the emotion is there, and of course Snape's redemption is probably the greatest scene in Harry Potter ever. Yeah, I don't have a lot to say about it. It's just such a satisfying finale. Apart from Avengers Endgame, probably the most satisfying film finales of all time. If you want to count Return of the Jedi, I'll put that into, even though that's technically not the conclusion anymore because of Disney. But it is probably one of the most satisfying film conclusions ever. And I absolutely love The Deathly Hallows Part 2. It is my go-to Harry Potter film. I don't even need to put on Part 1. I can stick on Part 2 and have a great time. So yeah, that was a really quick video of me ranking the Harry Potter films. I would like to just quickly say, if you would like to contact me to be in a live stream that I'm going to be starting, like a guest in a live stream, please email me or contact me on Instagram. All the information is down in the description below. More videos coming out this week, actually. Some collection videos, some ranking videos, some review videos. Not all this week, but they're going to be coming out very frequently. And yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you all later. Goodbye.